Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show. It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home when you're in your car.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
No matter if you get far.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
You better tune in quick or you might just miss
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
the best show this side of the sea.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 It's the MacMan Morning Show.
Sitting at home when you're in your car.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
No matter if you get far.
It's the MacMan Morning Show.
You better tune in quick or you might just
It's
miss
the MacMan Morning Show.
the best show this side of the sea.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 It's the MacMan Morning Show.
And great day to everybody. Great day, wonderful morning. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. We've crossed over the weekend, and hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. You're listening to Good Morning to Everybody, the MacMan Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I'm James Mack. I'm your host. I'm feeling pretty good today. My voice is coming back. I lost most of it, but it's okay. I was struggling with uh, being under the weather. It's been rather rainy this past weekend, and the weekend before I got caught in the rain. No hat, no nothing. That's how smart I was, I guess. Uh, Blowing my nose, all those things, coughing, all. So I took the whole weekend, shut myself down, tried to get myself together. Did go to church yesterday. Hated everybody at church. I'm church folks. Uh, and got my strength back, up and down. I even had an experience. I'm just gonna share this with you. On Friday night, I had after the show. I was feeling horrible on last Friday, and finally got myself situated. Uh, Took some cold medicine, went to sleep, got up. It was about 7:09 that evening. You know what I thought? I thought it was I had a show to do. I was just so confused. And I'm telling everybody, get up, wake up. Hey, do you want coffee? They said, hey, coffee. We eating ham and whatever they were eating. I said, okay. I felt so horrible, but I'm all right now. I'm back to my senses are back. I can breathe. I can sit back, and I can do our show each and every weekday morning here on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. The MacMan Morning Show comes on, and we are here, and I have a duty to you to be here. And I'm grateful for health and strength. I'm happy to be able to, that we can be able to come to you each and every day. Hey to Dr. J, our executive producer, and to Ryan, our social media editor. like to say good morning to. I said what I said, and Brother Lee, they in the studio. Brother Lee's here today, Bob. Well, he always here. But good morning to you all this morning. Good morning to our crew. Good morning.
It's great day. Great day, and
It's a great.
great.
It is a great day. Great day. I said what I said. Where's she at? She's. Oh, there she
I'm here.
go.
Good morning. Good morning.
Don't be all in the bushes. Hey, that's how she be in the bushes. I was listening. I'm talking. I'm a. I said what I said was on another platform of a friend of ours that I met through her. Through I said what I said was Lady T Bug on her channel. I want to shout out to her and say good morning. Interesting program that they have. Say I stay off. I'm not saying they mean folks or nothing like that, but boy, you go over there, you better mean business, cause they gonna set you straight if you're on the wrong side. So good morning to everybody. Good morning to WKRA, our listeners everywhere, wherever you're listening from, in your homes, all of you on YouTube also. In your homes, your places of business, or wherever you are. There are people that play our show in their businesses. And I want to thank you that you gave us that consideration when coming on at 9 o'clock that we drive y'all nuts. I hope we won't make your customers mad or anything like that, but we don't intend to. This is a show designed for the people. This is a show that will give you inspiration and information. That's what we're here for. And boy, I tell you, I got the tissue out not just because of my being under the weather, but there are a lot of people that are still grieving. There are people that have gone, and I learned through our staff. There's different stages of grieving. I ain't gonna go through all of them, but people are upset, they mad, they angry. See, people was surprised. There were people that I know. Lee has informed me. A dear friend of ours, close to us, stayed out from Tuesday night. It was almost a week, I guess, brother. Lee just was in depression. People like it was a cloud over him. The rain this weekend didn't do no good. But I'm gonna tell you something. There is a silver lining if we are willing to work together to do this. This man is not going to be able just to go all outright crazy. There's some stopgap measures that can be done. We're just going to have to just stand on it. And today is your day. I want you to come into those of you that are in the chat and those of you that can see us here on YouTube, but then on the replay, you come back and uh, you can submit your comments. Everybody that's in there, if you know somebody, if you upset, I know that you are. If you want to let off some steam, this is the place to do it today. Don't get mad. Don't be cussing and carrying on, talk all bad language, and don't get out of shape. But we want you to come here, and the link is in the chat for everybody. I don't see our moderators this morning. They may be getting themselves together, but I will reiterate it that the chat is open. Good morning to all of you. It is a wonderful opportunity just to be here. Listen, speaking, I'm going to talk about the grief part a bit later. I want to do the weather. I tell you, it is sunny out. It's muddy, but it's sunny. Right now, it's cool here in our region. We're not expecting any kind of change in the weather other than sunny. It's going to be a little bit warmer. Right now, we're looking at the mid to upper 50s that we're into. The winds are calm, and I guess it's just give you an opportunity to go out. And once it dries out, you can rake your leaves or whatever the case may be. But it's just beautiful. Most of the children are out of school. This is Veterans Day. I'd like to salute all of our veterans, no matter where you have served or are you serving your loved ones that have served. We salute all of our men and women in uniform that protects us unequivocally each and every day. It takes a whole lot to protect us. And I'd just like to say Happy Veterans Day to all of our service members. You have all shown such love and respect. We'd like to welcome our moderator, Miss Penelope showed up. Hey, Penelope, how are you? All right. And our veterans, and we're going to talk about that on another show, but our veterans have been drugged through the mud and by a person The Agent Orange drags them through the mud and say that they are not worthy and they are losers. And I ain't going there. How could you want to be the chief and the commander in chief and you talk about people like they're nobodies or they don't have a life or they don't have this or you're this and you're that? How dare? And this man, he jumped out. Uh, okay, I just saw something. This man jumps out and he says this, and he avoided the draft, so he ain't got nothing to say. He talk about people, but they protecting him, his family, and his cronies and everything, and he gets Secret Service and all that. Now he's getting ready to ride an airplane, get him a new limousine, get double of everything because there's two Air Force Ones, there are two or three limousines, decoys, all that stuff, and he's getting ready to reap havoc. We ain't gonna worry about that right now. You need to speak. You need to say something. You need to open your mouth and let people know how you feel. How does America feel about this situation? How do we feel about things that are going on? I'm going to take a quick break, and I want everyone to. We're going to have it's a unique kind of show this morning. I talked to our chief. Contributor brother Lee this morning had a and I hadn't had a chance to just get really do what I had to do, but we're going to be doing something. He's going to come with his presentation, and we're going to just have an open dialogue about what's really going on, how people are feeling. Don't hold your feelings back. Don't hold what you have in your heart back. Um, People are really going through. They're really confused about what's going on, and we're going to talk about that. But before we do all of that, I say what I say. How are you? Doing good? How what's happening on the streets? What have you heard? Are the people mad or what's going on?
Yeah, people are still upset and
Mhm.
going through their, like you said, their 7 stages of grief. However, I'm not upset or mad or anything. When
Okay.
things happen for me, I go into execution mode, and
Wait, wait. Hold on. Now, brother, leave back. Come get her. You say you gonna do what?
I said I go into
You said instead of
execution
wait.
mode, meaning
Okay.
solution. I don't wallow in my problems. If I
Okay.
have a problem, I try to figure it out and figure out what I can
Okay.
do to make it better. But a lot of people around me are not like that, and they're grieving and they're acting like this the end of the world, which is not the end of the world. We just didn't get what we wanted, and we don't know what the outcome is going to be, and we don't know what's to come and what's to expect. However, there still are things that you can do to prepare for this and to get
Yeah.
through this. And I don't feel like, yeah, our world may be turned upside down, but it's 4 years and he'll be out. So um,
Well,
whatever he does,
I hope it don't take 4 years to get him. My thing is to neutralize him. He's going in there. I hope he don't stay the whole four, but we'll have to see. I said what I said. Brother Lee is going to come in a little bit. We're going to go to. I'm going to break early. I'm going to run this a little bit different because I want you to have enough opportunity to speak and to come on. We're going to get these sponsors out of the way. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Little Red sent me a message. He says, "Hello, we're trying to get Little Red to come by. And we want to thank Keisha Studios, for continuing to hang with the man. We ain't having no problems or nothing. We just been so overwhelmed with the election coverage we had, and to make sure that everyone is in place. Um, we just wanted to make sure that we extend our greatest gratitude to all of the people that support this wonderful show. Like and subscribe. Spread the word that the Mac Man Morning Show is on every day. We're not begging. We're not pleading. We got something for you. We have something for you. And I believe that the end of the world coming, Penelope, but we just got to hold on. I don't think it's a disaster. They better be worried about the end of the world. Get themselves straight because evidently the people are trying. The people on the other side trying to set up shop, and we're just not going for that. I'm going to go to break right quick, and then we're going to bring back our panel, especially Brother Lee. Brother Lee has a special presentation, some information, some things that he would like to express. We're going to come back to him. You're listening to the Magman Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting your bunny on with Mac Man Morning Show very own Mr. Lee.
When I was a kid, Mama looked at you before you got in the stove. Said, "Look, I don't want no you don't put your hands on. You don't ask for we ain't eating. We wait till we get home. But kids now, it's like, look, you know what you know, he got a note saying that he's allergic to peanut butter, he's allergic to jelly, he's allergic to bread, he got gluten free, he gave me this, he gave me that, and then he got a note saying he got DDT, ADT, or Rivian, or whatever. He can stand on tables, he can do whatever he want to do. What kind of is that?
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
And we're back on the MacMan Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial here in Holly Springs, Mississippi, 51 in Oxford, 50 in South Haven and Olive Branch, and it is 52 at WKRA in Holly Springs, Memphis, Shelby County. Yeah, it is a little bit chilly, a little crisp, but we all right. We're going to be fine. We're going to survive. We're going to get along. You good morning to Keisha the stylist. Oh, there you go. Okay, good morning to you. We'd like to thank you for your support to keep things here. You and Big Red have stuck with us. And ain't nobody gone. Politics season is over, and not over, but politicians, I want to say to one in particular, Diane Black. Good morning, Miss Diane Black. I want to say thank you for the privilege of giving us an opportunity here at the MacMan Morning Show to represent you in your advertising. I want to thank you for the sacrifices that you made, and to all of our sponsors, especially to her during that time and season. She ran a wonderful race. Nothing was wrong other than support from her own party. Now, you can say what you want to say, and I can too, but I got the facts. And it is sad that we're at this position. We got to rethink where our loyalties are. I'm not, just because I'm a black man, does not mean that I'm a Democrat or Republican or anything else you try to put me in the box. I want to be able to associate myself and give my vote to the persons or whomever that will help bring this country along. I have no special interest. I'm not rich as far as cash is concerned, but that's all right. You know, I'm not all of that. But I want our people to not suffer. and we fought. I mean, she fought, and she's not through fighting. Let me tell you that people are not through fighting. Don't think that we're just people are just going to take this lying down, and you can't wound folks. And you know what they're doing? They know that the majority of Americans are waking up this morning saying, "Man, what's going to happen? What's going to occur?" Don't worry, all is going to be safe. God got us, okay? God got us. Yeah, I said it. Say it again, James, for the folks in the back. God got us. And where your beliefs, where your heart is, where you are, what you need to do is keep a hold on your faith. Hold on. Okay? It's going to be fine. No, there's no pie in the sky. There's no quick solution. But if we stick together as a people, if we stick together, and when I say that, if somebody got something to say about that, you know, you got it right. I want you to come on and speak. What I mean is, you can't hinder us from progressing. The people move. This is the people's government. Okay, just because some people have gotten in there and wiggled their way in, now they want to talk, and nobody's objected. Nobody said the race was stolen. They had one lady that came. I think she was a conspiracy theorist, and she was on there talking crazy. And I'm saying to people, be careful about who tries to influence you. Be careful about the misinformation. There was a whole lot of lying going on, and that has caught up with him because the things that he promised, the things that he said he'll give you anything you want. All you got to do is vote for me this one time. Folks, it don't work like that. And don't think that the world or the world leaders are happy about that. You know, we won't be talking about that. I'm not gonna give him any press. Yeah, it's the government, but I don't give them any press. I'm not going to give them any time. I want this to be your show. I want you to be able to express yourself. I want you to be able to get the message out that, hey, folks, we got to get our act together. I can fuss, scream, and holler all day. The numbers tell it all. The numbers tell it all. I'm bringing Brother Lee in a couple of seconds. I want to just lay this down here right quick. I got some other information I'm going to talk about in a minute, but this is what happened. Look at here. Let's look at this. 44% of men and 54% of women voted Democrat. It's the flip side. 54% of men voted Republican, and 44% of women voted Republican. So it was half and half, they saying. Ain't fooling me. But let's look at these percentages. All right, they say that if we go below, 17% of Caucasian people, 71%, it looks like this, of it's 70% white, they say, but amongst them, 43% voted for the vice president and 55% voted for the other person. When it comes down to people that look like me, they said 86% of us voted for her, but 12% of us didn't. We voted for, what's his name? The Hispanics, the one he's getting ready to throw out of office, throw out of the country, the one that he's getting ready to send back, and y'all voted for him, and that man gonna send y'all. I don't know where he gonna send you, but he's talking about. He told his partners that he's getting ready to get rid of you all. Uh, it's terrible. Look, 53% of them voted for the vice president, but 45% of them say I ain't want nothing to do with her. Asians, which don't, they vote money, they vote their interests and get what they need, but 56% of the Asians voted for, but it's 38% of them that didn't, and they call others. I don't know who the others are. They're saying 43% of the others, and I'm assuming other people of other nationalities and mixtures in this country. 43% voted for the vice president, and 53. That's a big number. Look at all these numbers. All you got to do is add up the numbers. Somebody didn't vote for her, and especially the thing that I wanted to look at was people that look like me is 12%, but then they said it's over 22% of African American men, or that's what they say. They always throwing off on us say we did. They didn't vote for her. They didn't vote for the vice president or the governor, Tim Walz. So that's okay. You got a right to vote for who you want to. So that's how the election came down. I was suspicious because the election results were given The same night. I said, how in the world did they get this? I mean, I don't know what it was, how it happened, or whatever. But he's in there. I'm going to bring in. I said what I said before I bring Brother Lee. I'm going to bring him in a couple of seconds. What do you think about these numbers? I said what I said.
Well, they tell us the story of how America think, and all those people. A lot of people voted against their own interests, especially our uh, unnatural citizens, because those are the ones that he said that he's going to send back. If you wasn't born in this country, look like everybody going back to where they was born at. And so they feel like because they're not criminals or because they have a business or because they feel like they're in the same bracket as the Caucasians, they're not going to go anywhere. But, based on what he said, everybody leaving. And he have a pit bull that's running this operation. Stephen Miller is no joke. He's a very racist, hateful, and vindictive type person, and that's who he got running the show as far as immigration go and as far as deporting people. So all these different people better get ready to pack their bags because they voted against their own interests, is what I have to say about it. And you asked what you got, you got what you asked for. And so, and it's going to hurt him if he deport all these people, because I don't know who he feel like is going to be doing all these jobs that these people do. So it's going to hurt both sides at the end of the day. Everybody going to be hurt from this. Are you still with us, James?
Yeah, I'm still with you. I'm sorry I didn't hit the mic button. I'm sorry. I got to get it together. I'm not too much worried about uh him per se. It's a lot of stuff that's involved, but we're gonna get over this too. We're gonna get over it, and we're gonna see what the solutions are. I'd like to bring to you right now our chief contributor of the Mac Man Morning Show, Brother Lee. Y'all all know Brother Lee. Uh, Brother Lee is our contributor and our chief contributor. And it was something interesting that he said he's going to bring out some things. And let's just hear what our chief contributor has to say. We're going to give Brother Lee an opportunity. Come on up here, Brother Lee. We're going to give you an opportunity to hit your mic and come on in. Brother Lee of the Mac Man Morning Show, he's the chief contributor. We're going to have I Said What I Say. It's going to come. And please get involved in the conversation. I want you on. I want you all to come on. I don't want you to sit back and just think um, that we're not going to address some things, but we are. I want you to come on. This is your show. I want you to come on, and I want you to express yourself. Let us know how you feel. The link is in the chat. It is. I got to find it first. Okay, here it is. The link is in the chat, and we want you to come at this time. Come on, Brother Lee, and man, how in the world did we get into this position where we now playing Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning quarterback and
My
everything on
brother,
this? But I
let me get this
come on
in.
with us.
You sucking
Yeah,
up all the wind in the room. You got to let me in
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, I know you can get
Go
carried
ahead,
away,
man. Go ahead.
long winded and everything, and I'm
I'm with
waiting.
you. Go ahead.
I'm chomping at the bit. Now, brother, give me a minute here.
Come on. Okay,
Now,
don't
first
talk. Go
thing,
ahead. You got it.
first thing I'd like to say, I'd like to apologize for the brothers for the way we behaved, and we let our sisters down, and it makes me feel ashamed. I'm embarrassed by the performance that our brothers have put forth. I'm not going to let these brothers off the hook. It's sad the way they acted. They don't want a woman to lead at all. It's a microcosm of how they feel about the sisters. I didn't believe it until they put it in writing. And these brothers, our brothers, gotta do better. We not just talk about it, not give lip service about how their behavior is. They always talking about the pastors are talking about the men should lead. The men don't deserve to lead if they're gonna perform like this. And if I see a brother say anything about a sister again, I'm gonna put it. Hey, I'm going to jail because this language and
No,
this
brother, you
behavior.
can't go. I got. We
Let
better
me
get your
finish,
bond
my brother.
money. Yes,
Let
sir. Go
me
ahead. Go ahead.
finish, my brother.
Go
Let
ahead.
me
Go ahead.
finish. And
Help
I'm gonna tell you
yourself. Help
something.
yourself.
I wish your brothers don't deserve to have a sister in their company anymore. Not anymore. Because when we had a chance to set a record, to set an example, to change the history books, to make a huge difference for this country, they didn't even vote for their own interests. Their hate, their hate for a sister has overwhelmed them, has overtook them, and put us in a position that we are in now. I wish the brothers would say something, because you know what? They don't deserve to have a voice anymore. You know, these sisters stepped up over 90 some percent, and they went for our sister, our strong black sister. You know, the sister that sets examples for other sisters, for other people, for all of us, not black, just white, black, green, blue, all of us. And we ended up acting a fool at the booth. When it was our turn to stand with that sister, I went to the convention, the Democratic convention, and I saw so many sisters, so many brothers, so many of us. We were so excited. We were on the edge of our seats. You should have been there. The atmosphere was electric. And to see that the brothers didn't mean what they were saying, and these fraternity brothers, you know what? You don't deserve to wear a jacket. You don't deserve to wear those t-shirts. You didn't stand up one time. I haven't heard a fraternity brother stand up and say, look, I'm for this sister. They didn't drive the planes. They didn't do what they needed to do. They didn't knock on doors. I didn't see a they can do the stomping and the parading when it's time for them to go to a party. But when it's time for them to show up for a sister, and for time for them to say and do what they say they stand for, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. And it's sad to see this, and it makes me sad. I'm standing with you, sisters. I'm gonna tell you something. I criticize you, sisters, on how you wear the weave and how you wear the nails and why you the eyelashes and all that stuff. But you know, you more men, and then you got more balls than any man, black man I've seen so lately. You know, you more men than they'll ever be, and you probably more women. They don't need to have a woman such as you women that have stepped up like this. You know, they don't deserve you. And if you choose another race, I don't mind, because we don't deserve to be next to a sister like you. When you sisters stood up, man, that made me proud. I got daughters, I got cousins, I got nieces, I got nieces, aunts, and I got a mother. She's 92 years old. And when you see that she's lived this long to see us go backwards, she's lived this long to see us go so far back. We done taken ourselves 200 years back. We don't know how far we're going to go back because he hasn't got started yet. But you supported this man that don't even like you. You talking about the color of Kamala Harris' skin? We know this man is pink as they come. But you still, in spite of this, in spite of telling you what I'm going to do, I'm going to screw you in the ground. You still, in spite of that, you voted against your own interests. And that is something. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this, and I want to go on this real quick, and I'm going to get back to this tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you this. These politicians that laughed in our faces and told us that we had the numbers, they lied to us. You know what? They take our money, they sit there and they tell, you know what? They count us before we count it. And what I mean by that is before an election even starts, before a campaign even starts, they already counted our vote. They counted our vote. That's why they don't do anything for us, because we don't count. We don't count. So why would they give us anything? Because they say they're automatic. We are automatic vote. Our vote don't count for nothing, because they say, where you gonna go? What you gonna do? They say, so we don't give you nothing. Our schools look worse than they ever looked in the 60s. And I'm gonna tell you something. I was in the 60s, and let me tell you, we had a school system, I mean, to build upon. We have actually went backwards. We had hot lunches and teaching African history. We was teaching all those things in grammar school when I was in there. And the streets wasn't like they are now. We could walk our streets. We had our own grocery stores with our black butchers and our black owners of these grocery stores and these clothing stores. Then we had all of that. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a witness to it because I walked inside of them and I felt proud when I was in the store. We don't have them. We let Arabs and we let Asians, we let Indians, we let everybody but us in our community to sell us garbage to our kids, garbage to our mothers, garbage to our cousins, garbage to our people. They sell us all this garbage in the bad and rancid food and the sugars and the salts and all of this stuff that creates the cancers and the things that we do. Well, that's why we are in these hospitals and clinics and we can't get the health care we need. And our politicians say nothing. Our pastors say nothing. Our pastors say, stand up and put these ties in here, and I'm gonna pray for you. Do you know God give you a direct connection? That pastor don't have that power. And stop acting like he do. He don't give a heck about you. We gonna have to start telling these pastors, you don't have to be in our life no more because you know what? He hasn't done nothing for you because you know what? His house that he live in is tax exempt. You know what? The money he got in his pockets, it's tax exempt. You gotta pay taxes. He don't. He don't tell you that. He don't tell you how much he took in. He don't tell you how much way he spent it. He don't tell you anything. He take your money and you sisters, you support these churches. You in there more than any other brother. His sisters are 80, 90% of the church. So we gonna have to tell these men that's telling us to let the man lead. The man is not leading us, and that pastor is not leading us. And we're gonna have to start with that Benny Thompson. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put his name out there. And if I gotta go down to Mississippi and petition and walk and knock the doors on to get this man out of office. He been in office for 30 years, and look where Mississippi is. And this is just a microcosm of all around these United States. These fat politicians are sitting there telling you what they're gonna do. And in the Delta of Mississippi is the poorest place on these United States, and he's the most powerful congressman in that White House, one of the most powerful congressmen, and we ain't getting squat. I just like to say that, and I'll say something more too later. Thank you.
Well, the chat is lit. Okay. The chat is lit. Oh, my phone buzzing. Relatives and things. I'm going to say this. We're going to bring Brother Lee, and I said what I said. Your partner over here, boy, I don't know. Now I'm not. Let me set something straight. We're not bashing men. They deserve it. Okay, those that didn't, I'm not saying that they you can vote your own conscience. True, but where was when I saw the numbers and the percentages? 20% is too much anyway for him. For that other fella with the orange makeup on and the doo wop hairstyle. Okay, that was too much. Look at what, and then we talk about. I'm looking at the Hispanic. He getting ready to throw these folks out. If you don't think he ain't going to do it, they had a budget of $11 billion that they say that they want from Congress to send these folks wherever he's going to send them. God help them. They started shipping people out of Chicago. Excuse me, out of New York City, these major cities. They sending them folks somewhere back to Texas or wherever they're trying to send them. It was a big mess all along, Brother Lee. You said what you had to say. I'm gonna say this right now. Any member of this team is here for a reason. This is what they do. Commentation, we do commentary and we do reflections. We report the news accurately. We even commentate accurately. The views that are expressed are the Mac Man Morning Show and its staff, and it has nothing to do with WKRA or anybody else that want to protest or whatever the case may be. While we have the freedom of the press and the freedom of speech, we better use it right now. From a man, it came from a man telling you all this. Now I know Brother Lee caught heat, and at various times y'all wanted to crucify him and everything. Then y'all come back, y'all love him or whatever. People have an opinion. I'm not gonna agree with everything anybody a whole, I mean, 100%. But what I take out of this 85, 90% of what Brother Lee said, he's on target. That's me saying it. I ain't asking for anybody's approval. He'll be back with that. I say what I say to help me out, sister. Let's see what. Talk to me. What? How do you feel about your colleagues? His comments.
I wholeheartedly agree with him. The men let us down, not just black men, all men let us down. And so they let the country down. But one thing I want to clarify with Brother Lee, uh, I'm not going to date out of my race. I'm sorry. And if that sounds a little whatever, then be what it may. But I
I
just
don't
feel
think he
like,
said. Oh, I think.
well,
Go
now
ahead.
he
I
said,
was saying something. No, no, no,
no,
no, no, no, no. That was a mistake because I had the mic open. I was saying something
oh,
else
okay.
on something.
Okay, because he said he didn't mind us dating out of our race, but I mind. And so, what I feel like we need to do is educate our black men and get them together rather than to just. I know Lee is upset, but I'm not willing to throw him out of the out of the house yet. I just feel like it's hope for him, and if everybody in their own communities get together and come up with a solution, we can come out on top. And I'm disappointed that they didn't vote for us, but we have to keep in mind everybody vote in their own interest and what they feel like is the best decision. Even though sometimes you don't make the best decision, whatever your intentions can be good, but that doesn't mean that you're still going to make the right decision just because you have good intentions. And so some of it was them just not wanting a woman to be in charge. Some people felt like they had a better economy when the Orange Man was in office, especially our young brothers. I have to talk to my family members, talk to my son last night. And, I just can't get him to understand the economy that he enjoyed was Obama's economy, and the economy that everybody is going to enjoy the next 4 years will be Biden's economy. Every time we get a Republican office, I told him they tear up the country, and then a Democrat has to go back in there and fix it, give us a surplus so that the Republican can go spend like they're a drunken sailor. I just feel like everybody just need to get ready and like I said, come together as a community and vote in their best interest and form groups and make it count. Don't just get together and talk about it. Then let's just do something about it. One of our chat members said that the local elections are getting ready to come up, and she's absolutely right because your politics is more important locally than they are nationally. The local politics is what run your life and give you the rules and regulations that you have to live by every day. So everybody needs to start educating themselves on who's running for office and possibly even run for office themselves. It's not a hard thing to do. We see that who the president is. So if he can be a president, you definitely can be a school board member or Congress member or whatever it is that you're interested in. But I just feel like everybody just need to come up with a plan, formulate it, and execute it. And let's get out this grief and wallowing in our own problems and crying about it. We need to put it into action. We have 2 years, for the Congress to even change hands again. So that's why I'm optimistic because this don't have to be this way forever.
With optimist, and I respect your views, and and I'm glad that we're having this dialogue because 20% is too much. 1% is too much. I can't stop that. I think that I believe people have a right to select who they want to, but we were so gun ho. I got to go back to this, and brother Lee, he's gonna come back in, and we're gonna discuss this like we're discussing this, and I just want people to see and to understand this was a blow because we were led down the rabbit hole. I think that the media, not WKRA or MacMan Media Production, Media 3 Productions, it wasn't us. Legitimate, well, we were looking. The polls said this, the polls said that, folks said this. We had the biggest rallies, we had everything. When it came down to voting and election day, people got in the voting booth and decided I don't want that woman. Didn't look at her, probably didn't look, knowing all of her qualifications, knowing what she has done in government, knowing her. She ain't a criminal. She ain't a She ain't take a bribe. She ain't do. I mean, she ain't do anything. She wanted to do was carry forth the policies that will help us make it. Something happened in that voting booth. I'm not blaming people that look like me. I look at the I'm upset with the Hispanic community or anybody else. This man says, "I'm going to take you from your family." Let's look back to his administration. This man had Hispanics and people in Mexico in cages, in cages, in cages. I'm not saying you got to throw away anybody. Stop with the with the banners right quick, cause that interferes with what you were saying. Could you stop with the? Don't put any comments up right now, please. I want to get you in. I'm not stopping you. I'm not stifling. But what I'm saying is this: everybody that I knew that looked like me did not vote for Miss Harris. That's neither bad or good. That's your choice. But with the situations that going on around our country, with the policies and the lack of a policy from the other side, without any dream, without any vision, what about these people that have sat here that are suffering and that have suffered? There are people right now saying, "I wish I had not voted for that guy." Well, you did. You did. And some brothers are sitting back, "Oh man, I ain't know nothing about no 2025. And what's that?" What's that? That's the problem. Nobody wants to get the information to make an informed choice. I'm not saying that you got to be a political junkie or you got to look at the news 24/7. Look at your own house, look at your community, and you tell me. That's on both sides now. You tell me. Is the Democrats or the Republicans going to do? Which one of these parties was going to help us the most as a people to carry us forth in this country? The majority of the voters said, we going with my man. And the other ones say, well, we're going to go with the vice president. And it just didn't average out. Something had happened. Come on back, brother Lee, and help me out with this. There's a lot of people that are saying, uh, they say, I can't speak
Uh,
on your behalf. But can you clarify your statements, especially
listen.
what our
I
folks say? Go
will.
ahead.
I will clarify the statement about going to another race. I was just trying to be
Did I lose it? Did I lose you, Lee?
Uh,
I, okay, there you go.
I
There you
was
go. Go ahead.
I was being, I was not serious about that. I was just putting that language out there and trying to stir the pot on that. But the thing is here is that we like you were talking, brother James. Are you still there?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm with you.
Yeah. We and you were wondering why is that happening? About this election and how the brothers were voting. The brothers are brainwashed. You have to first acknowledge that you have an illness before you can treat it. And we have to acknowledge that we've been brainwashed, including myself. And if it took hundreds of years to get us to this point where we are brainwashed and we don't even know it.
Right.
And to say that when we're out here, you know what? I'm gonna give you an analogy really quickly. If we had a vote on whether or not we would go back to slavery and we had to vote on it, we wouldn't get 100% against. There will still be some black folks that'll say it's not a bad idea. So believe I'm gonna tell you something. That's a fact. We would not get 100% about going back to not going to slavery. And the thing is, we have to first acknowledge the fact that we are brainwashed, and including myself. And when we go to these black churches, because we support the black church in droves more than any race in these United States, we are faithful. We are the most conservative people in these United States. You think it would be the Caucasians that are conservative? No, black folks are very conservative. But the thing is, we want good schools. We want safe streets. We want all the things that you want, but we haven't been getting it since day one. And we want a nice neighborhood. We don't like moving out of our neighborhoods to get a decent school and getting something good to eat. We want the same things that everybody else wants. And when these are Hispanics, they have been brainwashed. They think that it doesn't count for them. But they're about to get a rude awakening here. They're about to get their comeuppance. They're gonna get what they voted for. And they voted against their own interests because most Hispanics are Catholics. Most Mexicans are Catholic. And they didn't like pro life. They didn't like the fact that women were coming out and speaking up. They didn't like their women speaking up. They don't like their women talking. They don't like their women trying to lead. And so they voted against their other interests. It's good schools, having housing. They voted against all of that. And they're about to see where that's going to take them. And that's the thing about this is that we don't understand that we have to wake up. Yeah, I'm talking about getting rid of these politicians because some of them been there for decades and decades and promising you things. You can walk. I just give Mississippi as an example. You can walk down the streets of the Delta and you can see poverty just like it was if you were in Haiti or if you were in one of the poorest communities in Africa. You could see that. People don't have no the schools. The schools are decrepit and falling apart and people don't know where to go. The job they've been promised good education, they've been promised good housing, they've been promised good roads, but it's been over 400 slavery. After slavery, we've been promised a lot. And you know what? You can go down to Delta and people can tell you, and I guarantee you, those politicians will tell you, we're doing better. You know what? We're about to get this, and I will say, you know what I say to that? It only took 2, 3, 400 years for you to do anything. Got some of the most powerful politicians out of the Delta, and you can't get a soda cracker. You know what? And they'll tell you, we doing the best we can. We don't need the best you can. We need better than the best you can. And see, that's the thing.
Okay.
They give you excuses before they give you solutions. That's what I
Yes.
got to
All
say.
right, give me a second, Lee. I'm bringing you back. Oh, bruh. Okay, and I said what I said. Don't be over there in the bushes. You say hello. Let me know you're there. Fan of y'all. Hey, I said you there. All right.
I'm still
Okay.
here, James. You want
Okay.
to go
Don't
to break?
you better go to where? No, no, no. I'm going to break. I got to go to break. Like I got
Right.
to go to break. It ain't funny, but what I'm saying is the responses that, and I mean, you think I got a sideline, and amen and hallelujah. Okay, y'all in the bushes. Okay, y'all. All right, I got you. Listen, we coming back. Lee, hold on a second. I said what I said in our audience. You listening to the Mac Man Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We are here. We're here discussing or not really dissecting, but we got a discussion going on about why, what, who, why, what. We're in grief, we're in pain. We know we are. We're not going to be there always, but we're going to talk about this today. You're listening to the Mac Man Morning Show. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you You know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Mr. Chairman, and to the Credentials Committee, my name is Mrs. Fannie Lou Hamer, and I live at 626 East Lafayette Street, Roosevelt, Mississippi, Sunflower County, the home of Senator James O. Eastland and Senator Stennis. It was the 31st of August in 1962 that 18 of us traveled 26 miles to the county courthouse in Indianola to try to register to become first-class citizens. We was met in Indianola by policemen, highway patrolmen, and they only allowed 2 of us in to take the literacy test at the time. After we had taken this test and started back to Roosevelt, we was held up by the city police and the state highway patrolmen and carried back to Indianola, where the bus driver was charged that day with driving a bus the wrong color. After we paid the fine among us, we continued on to Roosevelt, and Reverend Jeff Sonny carried me 4 miles in the rural area where I had worked as a timekeeper and sharecropper for 18 years. I was met there by my children that told me the plantation owner was angry because I had gone down, tried to register. After they told me, my husband came and said the plantation owner was raising Cain because I had tried to register. And before he quit talking, the plantation owner came and said, Fannie Lou, do you know, did Pap tell you what I said? And I said, yes, sir. He said, well, I mean that if you don't go down and withdraw your registration, you will have to leave. Said then if you go down and withdraw, that you still might have to go because we are not ready for that in Mississippi. And I addressed him and told him, that I didn't try to register for you. I tried to register for myself. I had to leave that same night. All of this is on account of we want to register to become first-class citizens. And if the Freedom Democratic Party is not seated now, I question America. Is this America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, where we have to sleep with our telephones off of the hook because our lives be threatened daily because we want to live as decent human beings in America? Thank you.
You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host. I'm here today with our wonderful panel. I said what I said. Our chief correspondent and our chief contributor to the Mac Man Morning Show is Brother Lee. I wanted to emphasize to you that we need your support, not in the way that you think that we're just going to go off the air or anything like that, but there's some projects and things that we're trying to do. And if you like what you hear, if you like what's going on, we're asking that you support us. If you like, let us be a part of your support. I know that many of you support different platforms and different just different platforms and different people, which is great. I appreciate it, and you should. We're asking for your support to continue to do that we do. If you like to advertise on the Mac Man Morning Show, you can always do that. And we welcome you to come. Just email us at macmedia3 at gmail.com. That's MacMedia3 at gmail.com. If you would like to advertise with us, if you got a question or if you got some suggestions that you'd like to give to us, we are here for you. We're not going nowhere. We're not going to eliminate the conversation, but what we're going to do is enhance it enough that it's time for us to be smart and strategic. But I'm going to bring, I said what I said, and Brother Lee, bring Brother Lee back to continue. Brother Lee, I can't let you go that quick because there's a lot of things that's on a lot of people's minds. People got their different feelings about things. Nobody's blaming. Let me say this. We have a responsibility with the choices that we had. We saw that the choice was clear. I don't know whether anybody hacked anything or they did this or did that, but we're where we are today. We're here. They had no complaints. The Republicans had no complaints on the Sunday shows about the election. Matter of fact, when they were asked, was the election fair? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it was fair. Was it fair just because your man won? And the congressman that was being interviewed could not answer that question, didn't answer that question, threw that question at the man with the funny hairstyle and orange makeup and said to him uh, the same question. He could not answer. Asked him about policy. He could not answer. How are you going to pay for these deportations? You say it's 11 million people, illegals in this country. He said, I'm getting ready. He told the lie because it's a lie. He ain't gonna hide. It has never been done in the history that I've seen a government move 11 million people. Now I know that Hitler killed 6 million Jews and burned them up and everything. He didn't send them back to he didn't send them back to Israel or Palestine or wherever they were. He didn't send them back to their homes and their villages. He annihilated these people. He said before, I ain't got to spend nothing. We can get a bonfire, get an oven going, we can just burn them all up. And they did that almost. They starved people. They hurt people. They drug people through. That's just the people over there in Europe. We have 400 to 500 years of slavery history in this country, and it's continuing. You say how? Look at the penal institutions. There are over 2 million in confinement, as the Department of Justice has told us. Out of that 2 million, 1.6 million black people, men and women, are in jail. How is this fair? How can we give this man a pass or anybody else that give them a pass? Because let me tell you something about Project 2025, folks, whether you know it or not, this is their playbook. This is their playbook. And they gave it to, ain't this funny? All right, the opposing team, Brother Yelp, you come on, get ready, get back in here. The opposing team, the Chicago Bears, give the New England Patriots they playbook. Every move they make. And so they know. That's what they did. They gave the playbook and said, here it is. This is what we're about to do. And and it was accepted by people here in this country. Brother Lee, I'd like for you to come and continue what you were saying, sir.
Well, I would like to say this. The thing is that it's strange. Think about this thing I'm about to tell you. Uh, we had the Voters' Right Act, and if you would notice this, we have to create laws. The government creates laws to enforce laws that's already on the books. And what I mean is, it's in the Constitution, one person, one vote. And then we had to put a law on top of that law to enforce that law that they already written. We have to have laws all the time when it comes to us. The Constitution is not enough. They come with Lyndon B. Johnson signed that bill, civil rights bill. We have that right in the Constitution, but they weren't enforcing that law. So we had to write another law to enforce the law that's already on the books. For the LGBTQ community, they're in the Constitution, but they had to write a law to enforce that law so they can have the same rights that's already in the Constitution. They have the right to liberty and freedom, and those rights are there. It's in the Declaration of Independence. And they don't recognize the laws when it comes to us. That Constitution was written when we were not at the table. Those declarations of independence were not written when we were at the table. We were slaves for the people, very people who wrote those laws. When they went back home, we were serving them. We were waiting on them hand and foot. We were sitting in those huts that they built, that we built for ourselves. We didn't have shoes on our feet. We didn't have our freedom, but yet and still they were writing a constitution that didn't have us in it. And then we go about saying that, look, the Constitution says that we have these rights. That's not our rights. They didn't put us in that Constitution. That Supreme Court is not for us. It's out of date. When you got a lifetime position, that's for a king. That's for a dictator. That Supreme Court has nothing but Caucasians on it. It might have one of us on it, I think. But it's not
Two.
enough. It's got two of us on it. And here's the thing. That Supreme Court is out of date. It's time to get rid of it. And we say, oh, don't get rid of that. Oh, that's part of the. No, it's part of their Constitution. That judicial branch, and it shows it in our court system. And like Brother James was saying, 1.6 million people in there compared to the over 2 million. And 1.6 million, we over 75% of the people that's in that incarceration. And that's the thing, I know it's gonna hurt and it's painful for you to think about it. But let me just tell you, our politicians, we need some fresh, new, not just new. We need politicians that's gonna listen to us. Because people like, and I'm gonna say his name, because he's the rank head leader, Benny Thompson, will tell you, hold on, sister. You know what? I'll be gone in a minute. I'm not gonna live forever. And I'm not going to hold on to him. He can tell me, wait another day. It's time for that brother and brothers like him to go. It's time to make room for sisters to get their space, to get their time. Because the brothers have sat at the wheel for so long. Men have sat at the controls for so long. And look at how it's gotten us. It's time for let some new blood, some sisters in there to make some decisions. Because I'm going to tell you something. We ran this country. We ran outside into the ground. And I'm standing up for these sisters. Yeah, I've criticized you sisters about a lot of things, but I'm gonna tell you something. After I've seen the performance of these brothers, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna apologize for it. I'm not gonna say, no, I don't want you to leave the brothers and go over to another race. But I want these brothers to stand up and act like the men that they say they are. Yeah, bro, you brothers can come and call me. You can FaceTime me. You can come up to me. I don't care. I want you to. Act like you got a backbone because these sisters got more balls than you do. And I praise you, sisters. Yes, I do. I praise you, sisters, and I stand up for you. And I'm right to side by side with you, sisters. Listen, we in a war together. And if you have to lead, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll follow you. I got no problem with that. Because you shown me what you made of, and you brothers, you have shown me what you made of too. We ain't just talking about the brothers that didn't vote for it. We talking about the brothers that
Okay.
stayed, the brothers that stayed at
Uh,
home. It's more that stayed at home that did vote. See, that's the thing. We ain't counted the ones that stayed at home. We counted the ones that didn't vote. We counted the ones that voted for Donald Trump, and we didn't count the ones that didn't just vote. So that thing, so that's why I'm saying, brother, and I want to say this before so I can let Sister Said talk. Listen, we need
Okay,
you
Lee, your
to.
your your mic is your mic needs to adjust. Somebody's mic needs to adjust, and let's do some adjustment on our equipment right quick. I'm gonna hold that thought. I'm gonna just take a ID break so that we can check our equipment. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, the Mac Man Morning Show. We have a hot discussion. We have an interesting, compassionate discussion, and it is hot. We're here talking and discussing about the grief that people are feeling during and what has happened. And we can't overlook that. And we're not going to overlook that. We're going to come right back, and I'm going to just play a little something, and we'll be right back.
Tune in to the Macman Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Think that, and we're back. I think that we got our adjustments done. Continue, brother Lee, with your statement, and we're gonna bring I said what I said too. Go ahead.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna make it quick, and I'm gonna say this. I need you to I need you brothers and you sisters to, like Brother James said. I need you to support. I need you to pass this on. This information that you're getting here, I need you to pass it on. I need you to like it and subscribe. I don't need you to just listen. I don't need you to keep this information to yourselves. I need you to put this out there. Put it on your Facebooks and pass it along. Put it on your Twitters and pass along. All these social media sites, pass this information on, this conversation. And subscribe, everyone subscribe. And then let your mama subscribe, your cousins subscribe, your sisters, your kids. I want you to get everybody to subscribe to this and pass it on. I want this to catch on like the virus. I want this to catch on like it's the flu. I want everybody to catch this kind of cold. I want everybody to catch this and pass it on and keep passing it on and get this out there. I want us to go viral. I'm not interested in $1, but if you want to subscribe and give some money to this station, you can give it to the station. You can contribute. You can build this up, because you know what? We're going to be positive here, and we're going to try to change something, not just for the sake of change, the sake of making it better, the sake of seeing things better, not just better, the better way it makes a great difference. And it's time for us to make a great difference, not just instrumental, little tiny differences. No, noticeable differences. We're going to start here. We're going to start here with the change. We're not going to be afraid. And then I'm going to say something about the brothers. I say it about the brothers. Listen, I'm not going to apologize for what I'm saying. I don't have to nobody to clarify me saying, oh, I don't appreciate the brothers, because I don't. I'm not going to mince my words. You either step up, man, or you step out. That's what I have to say.
You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Magman Morning Show. I tell you, uh, y'all, okay, if a lot of you are, I know a whole lot of us, and I got a couple of messages. I want to say this. I want you to express yourself. I want you to be able to communicate and tell people how you feel. We're here as a media service and as a production company. This is what we do. There's not enough talk in America. We talk about all kinds of other stuff and people doing this and people doing that, and that's cool. We need to know what's going on around about us and the people that we look at and we listen to and influence us. Well, yeah, we talk about those things and other things, but this right here, people, is directly affecting and going to directly affect the lives of millions and millions of people, not just people that look like me. The mistake that was made, and that the people that voted for that guy realized today, and I saw it on the news today. The lady was just crying. She said, if I would have known or taken the time to do my research. One lady was a Hispanic lady, had three flags out for Trump. Oh, he gonna help us. He gonna. I said, and the reporter was saying, "Ma'am, well, what do you think about what he said about all illegal aliens? He's going to get rid of them." He didn't say that. You see what I'm saying? The misinformation and the hoodwinking and the bamboozling is still going on with folks. Okay, and I'm not saying people crazy or they don't know what they're doing. But think about this, folks. Why would we give this man another chance? We got rid of him 4 years ago. Now we got him back again. Why? Because the powers that be want their goodie baskets. They want their tax breaks. They want to rip us apart, get all the money that they can. See, this is a money grab too. Um, Trump will be in charge of all of our foreign affairs for everything that goes on in this country. And I said what I said. I'm nervous for. I'm not nervous. I'm concerned to a point that people have become. Again, we're going to be lackadaisical. If I'm saying lackadaisical, lax in our thinking, meaning, I mean, whatever. We are thinking is, oh well, okay, we'll go along with it. All right, this and that. Oh no, we can't do this. I said what I said. I need to hear. I want to ask you, not what I need to hear. I want to ask you this question that has been a burning desire on my heart. Why, even after now, Brother Lee has addressed this and he said some things to us and in his commentary, but why are people still fighting to a point like we're not fighting, but just saying, huh, okay, we got, that was just an election, huh, this and that. And people are not taking it serious. To me, they haven't. But I'd just like to know your view. Go ahead, sister.
Well, sometimes, you have to find things out the hard way, and that's what America is going to find out. And even the people who feel like they're going to get a huge tax break, or their eggs is going to go down and they can, live in a great economy again. Everybody's getting ready to find out that this is not what the plan is. The plan is to rule over your life wholeheartedly. The Project 2025 give the president executive order over the DOJ, over the housing development, um, and over two more important entities. I have to re-look it back up because it's been a while since I looked at it. However, people did not read Project 2025. The people that heard about Project 2025 didn't believe it. Um, Most people stay in their silos. They looked at one news channel, or they stay one-sided and look at, whoever it is their favorite commentary is on TV or the news, or whatever social media site they get their information from. They only looked in one place and got their point of view. And you have to be careful about these politicians, because I want to talk about them for a second. Politicians are just like everybody else. That's a job to them. And it's just like when you go on your job. When you go on your job, you go in and say, I'm going to start at the bottom, but I'm going to make my way up to the top. And that's exactly what politicians do. They may have your best interest at heart when they get in there. They go in there and they find out what the game is. And the game is to get to fatten their pockets, because keep in mind, they're the ones who give the stock market their rules and regulations, because they're a legislative body. They know what stock is going to go up, what stock is going to go down. Some of them even gotten in trouble for it. Um, uh, Hello, Senator Mendez, and even Nancy Pelosi. They were complaining about her buying stocks because they have the inside information. Now, if you get inside information, you going to jail. But because they right there up and close and making those rules for the insider trader rules, they're taking advantage of it and using the loopholes. And so we have, if you're going to be a politician, when we pick our politicians, we got to pick somebody with some morals, some values, and really some ethics. Because if you don't have ethics and you go in there, you're going to go in there and try to fatten your pockets too. Most politicians go in poor and they come out rich for some reason. And like Lee said, if most of them do a lifetime appointment, they stay in politics. Even Joe Biden was in there for 50 years. It's the reason why he stayed in there 50 years. Okay. Yeah, he made some changes and he may have had some good intentions, but I guarantee you, when he lead the presidency, just like Trump, he's going to be rich too. And Trump is just like Miss Henyard. Some people are low key when they steal from you, like Pelosi and the rest of them. And some people are flamboyant and just throw it in your face like Trump and Henyard. And so we have to be smart and get some politicians that we feel like have great ethics and morals and values, and that's going to look out in our best interest and put them in office. We don't have to go by the people that they pick. We can pick our own people to put in office. So that's what I suggest. I suggest everybody roll their sleeves up and get a plan and get ready for this rough ride, because it is going to be a rough ride. But sometimes we have to go through things in order to be better on the other side. And that's what I have to say about it.
All right. Well, here we are. We're at the end of our broadcast today. Listen, we're going to extend our conversation a little bit tomorrow. We got some new information that's going to be coming in that we're going to be discussing. I want you to hear me on this. Hold on a second. I know y'all like my theme song. All right. I want you to hear me real well. I want you to really think about some things as we continue to look at this new administration that's coming in. And we're going to be talking about it. I want to thank Brother Lee. I want to thank, I said what I said, our chief correspondent. I want to thank all of you that are involved with the Magman Morning Show, our executive producer, Dr. J, and Ryan. He is our social media editor. For I said what I said, Brother Lee and myself, we're going to get ready to get out of here, but we will be back here on tomorrow on the Magman Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. Meet us here on tomorrow. We'll be here on tomorrow. We'll be here, Lord willing. We'll be here ready to work. And thank you all for being a part of this. Like, and share, and subscribe to our wonderful channel. We'll be here. News, information, inspiration, and information here on the Magman Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your host. We'll be back on tomorrow, God willing. And you have a wonderful day.
It's the Magman Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Magman Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Magman Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Magman Morning Show. The best show this side